This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I got my friend Zach. We're longtime YouTube buddies. He's gonna jump in on the live. Let's see, right about now. All right, there we go. What's up, Zach?
Good to see you, John.
Why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Well, I guess you could call me a podcaster. I've done a few things in the indie storytelling space, a couple of short films, a couple of games, a book, and we're doing a comic. So that's
Cool.
kind of who I am.
Cool. All right. Well, I mean, that's what you do. I wouldn't really say that's who you are necessarily, but all right, it's up to you.
In a work sense.
All right, I gotcha. What's up, Throg? How you doing? What's up, Die for JD? Nice to see you. What's up, Jose? What's up, Laura? Nice to see you. Laura was on here. She's from Italy. She was on the stream about 2 weeks ago. So, what's up, Laura? Cement Shoes. Nice to see you. Alexandra Jars. I can't say that last name. I gotta call you AJ. I'm sorry. Can you say that last name, Zach?
Jaros.
Okay, Jaros. Okay, pretty close. Better than me. What's up, Tanya? Nice to see you. And okay, so real quick, people have been talking to me about the Olympics without getting too deep into your philosophy on, all that stuff and the vaccine. Just generally, do you think they should have had it or shouldn't have had it?
To be honest with you, I think that money could have been spent elsewhere, man. I mean, I don't really think it's a good time to be doing something like that, but that's my view.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the thing that I explained. I actually made a video about it, and I explained this to people. It's really hard to understand, I think, is that, like, when I was here in Tokyo and, like, before, the Olympics started, there was such incredible excitement. They had, like, signs and posters. They built statues. They were, like, so excited. And it's hard to understand that when you're just looking from the outside. It's easy to say, well, common sense, just cancel it. So I think what happened was their excitement beat out their common sense.
Well, how much money did they spend on this current Olympics? A lot.
I have no idea.
I would say a lot of money. So it's like, is this really the time for it? For me, not so much, but I can see how it would get people excited, which is a good thing too. So I guess I kind of come on both fronts there.
Right. Yeah. For the record, I have very, very low interest in sports. I just don't watch sports except for like the World Series, and the last game is pretty exciting because like everything counts, every 1 point counts, every move counts. But just like playoffs or like the seasonal games, I don't give a shit. Just I don't watch it all. So I have no like pride or like we gotta play sports. I don't care at all. So personally, I just cancel the thing like flat out. But I'm trying to explain why they, had the Olympics.
Well, I have been watching it kind of. I'll watch it occasionally, but yeah, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword because that money is important. Bottom line, but I used to play sports when I was a kid, though, so I've been into it historically. I've been into the Olympics. I used to play baseball mainly. I played some basketball, a little bit of football, just a little bit. So I'm kind of a sports guy. I enjoy MMA. I enjoy boxing. I'll watch pretty much anything, just about.
Okay. Anyway, gonna move on. I was looking at the chat for a minute. But yeah, I didn't play football. I watched football and I went home after I watched it for 2 minutes. But Ruth, what's up? Ruth, you could jump on here if you want. If you're free, you can jump on here. And we got a chat from Lisa who says, I only like gymnastics and diving in the Olympics, otherwise snore. And Lisa, you can jump on too. Lisa's been on here. She's an English teacher. And so she'll school you. And if you want her to spell something, you just ask her and she could spell it. Even supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. She said she could spell it. I don't think she can, but all right. Anyway, you know what that's from, right?
Of course. I would be curious to see if I could spell it. I would say I would probably make a mistake.
Right. So, yeah, Lisa, thank you so much for that super chat. And no, your link's in your Twitter, actually. You know what? I'll just put the link here. And then if Ruth or Lisa wants to come on, then I'll let you guys on. And towards the end of the show, sometimes I'll let whoever on. But, maybe towards the end, I'll do like an open mic thing because I'm not in a try-hard mood tonight. I kind of just want to chill and talk about whatever comes up. Obviously, going to talk about the Depp case. And, it's right there. You could just click on it and I'll let you in. But Lisa, thank you so much for that. And you can jump on. So one of the big things you probably know about the Depp vs. Heard case is that Amber Heard said she donated $7 million to children's charity, right?
Right.
But she said that on TV. She said it on TV. It's not even like speculation. She said it. The whole world knows it. And what happened was Johnny's team subpoenaed the ACLU to court to get documents and proof that happened. And they just won like permission to get those subpoenas to go through, basically. So it's kind of the big news of the week. All right, we got Lisa. And they just won. You gotta turn off your YouTube.
Got it.
All right, so I might need to put like an epileptic warning for that thing sparkling.
Let me turn that off. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I put it on earlier. Let me go turn that off.
Yeah, I'd rather you not.
Okay,
I mean,
I get it. I just looked up and saw it. And I was like,
Yeah, I hate to ask, but you never know. But okay. Anyway, so that's the big news. We're going to talk about that kind of thing. And the new movie that Johnny's in is out, Minamata.
And is that the one with him as a photographer?
Yes.
Oh, really? That looks good, man. That looks pretty good.
What's up, Billie Jean? So, so this is just like a, general movie conversation about, that movie. I don't know too much about it. And Ruth, I just sent you a Twitter link too, so you could jump on via Twitter. And just gonna chill. And what's up? We got Osaka-chan, who's also in Japan. Meowser, we got. Okay, what's up? Let's see. Not everyone with epilepsy suffers because of lighting. Just saying I have it and mine's nothing to do with lighting. My seizures are caused by sleep deprivation and stress. Yes, some people get seizures from sleep deprivation, but we don't know who's watching, Tanya, so I can't. I mean, yeah, but it's probably okay. Just, I don't know. Like, just, whatever. But what's up, Margot? Nice to see you. So, Lisa, have you seen Minamata, that new movie? Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, well, I have been checking into it, and I've looked at all the trailers and some of the first part, and I can't believe that a studio would say they weren't going to release it just as a vendetta against Johnny Depp or whatever reason, because it is so powerful. I mean, even in a few minutes, it sort of shakes you up the way he approaches the character.
Mm-hmm.
It looks intense. It looks, like something that you would show in schools. I mean, in history class, Yeah, it looks.
Well, I got to make a confession. It's not really my type of movie. I don't really enjoy movies like Schindler's List. I never saw it. I just don't want to see that like kind of depressing movie about. I know it's important and I'd like to learn about it, but it's just not like I can't get excited about it. I got to be honest.
No, I understand. I don't like to see people.
And I'm here in Japan. Don't forget.
And dying
I'm also here in Japan. So.
Painfully and everything else. That's not cool either. But
yeah, so I wish it was a movie like City of Lies I could get excited about.
Yeah.
I wish it was just more of like a happy, fun role he was playing. I mean, just like maybe a photographer about his like stupid romance comedy or something. I just this is awesome. I'll watch it 50 times. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying.
About? It was about Biggie Smalls' murder, and he was the detective.
That's right.
So that's another one. It's not
a really good movie.
Oh, you saw
watch that?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
Pretty good?
Oh, it's very good. I didn't think I was really going to like it because I was disappointed that it was more about Biggie instead of Tupac. I mean, I used to teach in the north end of Flint, Michigan. We all know Flint because of the water crisis, but it really is right down in there. And Tupac has such a presence even with 13, 14, 15-year-olds. They introduced me to him and they just like put on Dear Mama, and you put this video on, it's like, whoa, I can see where they fall in love with him,
Well, I'll comment real quick, John, on the new Johnny Depp Japan film, right? It's based in
Yeah,
Japan.
go ahead. Whatever you know about it. Yeah, that's right. It's in Kumamoto. Yeah,
I
go
will
ahead.
just
Yeah.
say that I like the idea of him appearing in a little movie. I think that's a great idea for him as an actor to go and do some little drama, some nice little character work with a nice simple story is a great idea for him. I mean, he's been spending years doing these given amazing studio projects, but I like the idea of seeing him, and I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited about it, in a sort of an indie drama. I think is a really good career move for him.
I agree.
Well, to be honest, I don't. Because the reason is he's been taken out of 2 blockbusters, so I want to see him in the biggest, hardest hitting $1 billion movies possible. So, I just want to see him get back what he lost at this point. Like obviously he's past his prime. He's going to be 59, but he's still, 59. You could still be pretty physical in roles and stuff. So at this point, I want to see him do the big stuff.
He will. He'll have something brewing with Tim Burton. He's not. I don't think he's been lost. People are saying he needs a comeback. I don't think he ever really got down off the podium. I think that it's just the media thing with Amber that has taken him down. But as far as career, he keeps plopping stuff out, even through,
Well, he's got to get the support back. He's got to get the support back of the people who are scared to, promote him because of, and the big thing was the UK case, which is what this article I was reading said he, after all, he did lose the UK case, and they say this. So they can just say that until there's a better legal judgment, like we're waiting for in Virginia. And if the Virginia case goes through, like, who gives a shit what the UK case said? True. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to Virginia.
Yeah, I need someone to get me, like, some video clips, because obviously I can't go. But I need someone to send me some.
A hotel with a room up. So
yeah.
There's nothing in the area.
Yeah, it's going to be different this time.
But bottom line is you can't really have the kind of critical success with a studio project as you could with a film like this.
Right.
So in terms of critically, it could be a really good thing for them. People, listen, the critics eat this stuff up, these little small indie films. Take a look at Jake Gyllenhaal, who did the Spider-Man films, but he also did
he's great, by the way. He's such a good actor, by the way. Yeah.
But he's also done little films like Prisoners, little films like Nightcrawler. That's what really built him up. So it could be a great opportunity, and I think it is.
Yeah.
This new film.
I'm not saying I don't want to see Johnny in these movies. I wouldn't care if he did all these movies for the rest of his life. I just want to see him get back some of the bigger roles, because he lost what I hear $650 million. I heard he lost. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, then I'd rather see him in bigger roles.
But you don't want to see him in bigger roles until after the Virginia trials, because that is the basis for his point, is that she has totally defamed him and ruined his life. And if he can prove that he has substantially lost that kind of monetary support, and that's what he needs. So I don't really want him to have any big box office wins until after.
Right. Yeah, no, I guess he won't anyway until after. So
probably.
I'll make one more comparison. As you have Jon Favreau, who came off of doing Iron Man 1, went and did a little small under the radar film called Chef after Iron Man, and he got amazing reviews. A little film that at least makes its money back with amazing reviews is a good thing for anybody's career.
Yeah.
What's up, Justice for Depp? Saw you come in here. Appreciate you stopping by. Let me check the chat because we've been chatting. And this is Ali Super. What's up, by the way? Thank you so much for stopping by. He's been supporting you for a very long time, so thank you. I don't think JD lost too. He's still standing with all the false allegations against him. That's true. Look, he's got such an immense following. You can't just, knock him. It's just not going to happen where he's going to lose everything like overnight. But it's definitely been, hindered. He's been hindered from progressing, right? He was kind of going like this. Now he's a plateau right now, right? And he's not supposed to be a plateau. He's supposed to be just going up and up and up and up. Someone like, Jack Nicholson or somebody like he's a classic legendary actor. So he's supposed to end up in one of those top, tier positions, or like you know, I can't think of another great like Robin Williamson, right? What's his name? Robin Williams. He's like that top tier. He just kept going up and up and up and up his whole career. So Johnny just going up and up and up. Then he just kind of plateaued out because of this. So not knocked down, not completely defamed, but definitely, this has caused a major hindrance for him.
I can't wait to see Grindelwald come out and see how Mickelson handles this, because I bet he feels like he's between a rock and a hard place. It's a job. He's trying to be a gentleman about it, but it's going to be a mess.
Well, the thing is,
Pirates.
The thing is, Lisa, for me, I just can't see him as a character. I just can't watch it. I can't look at it. It's already Johnny in everyone's mind. So what's the point? Yeah,
don't do it. Just trash it.
It's like in Return of the Jedi, if they just said, "No, get rid of Mark Hamill, just put in this, other guy," it just wouldn't work. It's like it's like that. Mark Hamill is Luke. He was Luke. There's no scene where he could have looked Darth Vader in the face and been like, "Yeah, you're my father," and it's a different actor. It just doesn't work.
No,
I'd just rather just not watch it.
Yeah.
So you can't have Grindelwald as Mickelson, because not that Mickelson's like so terrible, or he's a pretty good actor, but just the feeling, the whole aura isn't there anymore.
Or Pirates being Margot Robbie or all female cast. That just sounds so unappealing. I don't know.
Well, the whole thing about Hollywood and their propaganda is to replace all the male heroes from the past of people like me and replace them with especially women, right?
Why?
So they're weak, because masculinity is not a good thing anymore in American society.
I know,
masculine,
but it's so stupid. There's a place for everybody.
That's how it is. That's how it is. That's what they're pushing for, and that's what we got to, blow back against, basically.
Well, I have written many female characters over the years, and I've had female main characters. There's nothing wrong with having a female main character. There's a fine line between having a strong female character, which I support, and having a film or character really that is trying to earn you political points, which I think that's where the problem comes into it. There's nobody cares about a strong female character. Just take a look at the Wonder Woman, the first movie. It was a great movie. Nobody had a problem with it. It was an awesome movie. And the second one came in and it sucked. It had a terrible script. It had nothing made sense. That's what happened. I mean, and even look at the Black Widow film. People love that movie. Some people have a problem with it, but a lot of people really like it. And it's because it wasn't a political piece. It was about a badass female action hero. There's no problem with that.
No.
Well, the thing for me is, like, I like women fighters sometimes, but I like it to make sense. Like Brienne in Game of Thrones, she's big, she kicks ass, she's a woman, and if you've seen Kill Bill, I always reference this movie, and they got into Beatrix's training. She went to China, she gets this intense training, she could hardly hold her chopsticks. It makes sense. I don't like when it just doesn't make sense, when the woman just kicks ass for no reason because she's a woman. Like Rey, like it doesn't really make sense. Like, you don't see her training. She's just this mysteriously awesome, respected, super powerful Jedi, And hold on, Gina Carano too in The Mandalorian. She's big. She's a wrestler in real life. That makes sense. She's got some physical strength. I don't like, like the Barbie doll hottie kicking ass for no reason, basically.
I think with Black Widow it makes sense because we're talking about a woman who was raised as a young girl to be an assassin. So it everything adds up there.
Like I said, they have the training, they make sense of it. Like in Rogue One, I think what's her face? Jyn Erso had training from that military guy. So okay, they explain it, right? So that was fine.
Did you jump and see Black Widow?
Say it again.
Have you seen Black Widow?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I've only seen 2 movies in like the last 4 years. I've seen The Joker and The Last Jedi. There's only 2 movies I've seen in the last 4 years. I can't see movies. I don't have time.
I have a couple of friends who I trust who tell me it's pretty good. So, but I've seen a couple of scenes.
I'm just not going to pay $30 for it right now. It's not going to happen.
I want to see the new Sopranos movie. That's gonna be fucking great.
Many,
and the
many, many
Ghostbusters.
saints, dude.
Yeah,
Many
I'm gonna
saints in
see. That's gonna be
Newark.
the first movie I'll see in a very long time.
Yeah, that looks good. You've got Gandolfini's son playing
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like him, and
just like.
from what I understand, he did a great job.
Love that series.
Yeah.
Right from the gate.
Also, one of my favorite comedians is going to be in that film, John. Joey Diaz is playing a prominent part. And Joey Diaz is kind of like a gangster comedian. He looks just like the guys from The Sopranos. And he had auditioned for the original series, and he never got the job. So it's great to see him, and he's talked about it. Great to see him in the new one.
Yeah.
I've been watching like a lot of Sopranos content. Like the thing is, like I always complain I have kids, I have a job, I don't have time. But the problem is this: I've got about 2 hours at night, okay, to myself. What I do is I make videos. But when I make videos, you can't do anything else while you're making videos. If I was like a writer, I could listen to music, watch a movie in the background. That's fine. But I can't have something in the background. When I'm making thumbnails and clipping articles, I can watch for like an hour or something. It's not enough to watch a full movie though, because in that other hour I'm actually recording and editing with sound. So when I, do that, I watch Sopranos like clips. Been watching them for like I don't know months now.
Yeah.
So the show
Great
is
show.
so incredibly deep and complex, and everything connects. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters is Uncle Junior.
Yes.
You should have been a varsity athlete, right? Isn't that one of the famous lines?
Also, on that note, I heard Black Mass is like Johnny Depp's like, is that like a mob movie I hear?
Yeah.
So
I've seen that.
I gotta at some point see that. People keep telling me to see it because like Donnie Brasco's like one of my favorites, and like the first time I saw it, I didn't even realize it was Johnny Depp. I think like after the credits, I was like, that was Johnny Depp. I didn't even realize. Like when I saw that movie, I was like, okay, this guy's a great actor. It's the first time I was like, wow, this guy's really fucking good. Like I didn't even know that was him. So
that's why he's magic. I mean, Fear and Loathing, when he becomes Hunter S. Thompson, you don't see Johnny Depp. You just do not see Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Or like Transcendence too was pretty good.
I love that movie.
I think a piece of Hunter S. Thompson lives within Johnny Depp.
I think so too. And that I actually worried about Johnny being suicidal because of it, because I think he's always thinking about that in the back of his mind.
Well, Hunter Thompson was in tremendous pain physically.
Yes, but they all knew he was going to commit suicide. He made no bones about it. He'd been planning it half of his life. They when he did it, they went, "Oh, we knew that was coming,"
Mm-hmm. He was in bad physical shape though, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. But I do agree with you. I think he carries a piece of Hunter Thompson inside of him to this day. I mean, even his mannerisms, and he was a good friends with Hunter.
Closest.
Yeah.
Blew him out of a cannon for $5 million, for goodness sake. You love somebody, but even signature, like when you see him do his calligraphy or his paintings with his signature, or when he writes notes to people and they show it, his handwriting takes on that flower of calligraphy that Hunter had. It's almost identical. So he obviously has taken over a bit of Hunter S. Thompson, who was bonkers. Cool, but bonkers.
Yeah.
Okay,
can't disagree with that.
Well, let me ask you this, since the other thing I'm covering, and I see some other YouTubers like my channel covering, like Popcorn Planet, is the Britney Spears, issues right now, her conservatorship. How do you say that, Lisa? Is that the right pronunciation?
I do. I actually saw Britney Spears in concert.
Hold on.
With
conservatorship.
Conservatorship?
Yeah.
I think she is a little bit off-centered, but aren't we all? And are there not people out there in the world that are millionaires times over? They're telling her what she can and can't do with her body, with her image, with her work. I think it's bullshit. I think that they need to, it's putting a really bad stamp on the court systems, and I think that's my
Well, that's California, which is a very blue woke state. But okay, just
true.
saying.
True.
Slip
It's
that
been
in there.
upheld
Bottom line, it's her
man.
money. She worked her
Listen,
ass
man,
off for that.
she did, and it's been upheld for like 15 years, something like
Stupid.
that. The bottom line, John, is it comes down to, I mean, you have a father who is trying to control the life of his daughter to a degree that I would deem disturbing. I think
Who
what
lives
this,
on $50 million a year of
well,
her?
I believe, I could be wrong. I believe his name is James Spears.
Jamie.
Is that
Jamie.
right?
Yes, Jamie.
Okay. Well, this is, we're talking about a guy who is trying to control his superstar daughter's life and pay himself through
Past 3
doing that.
years since she was.
Disgusting. I mean,
I mean,
that
she
is
was on
absolutely
Mickey
disgusting.
Mouse
I mean,
Club.
I have, like, you know, if she were my daughter, I would want her to be as happy as she possibly could be. I would not want to control somebody like that. And perhaps during that time period, that was a long time ago, she was out of control. It's no longer that time period. She's a
I don't
different
even
person.
know how exactly out of control. Like, how many people have shaved their head? So she shaved her head. Okay, that's. I mean, people do that, right? And she like threw a Coke out the window or something at a fast food joint or
She was
whatever.
having enough of the paparazzi. She had 2 little boys, and
Yeah,
she couldn't surface in the light without 500. And this is when paparazzi were way more brutal than they are today. You know, they've been incorporating laws over the years, but they beat that woman down. And the truth is, her shaving her head, because I'm an English teacher, it was a metaphor. It was her way of saying she's getting rid of all this old baggage. She's going to be somebody new. So what? It's her hair.
I gotta
It's
get
also
some
her
super
money.
chats. Hold on, guys, for a second.
It's
'cause
also her
just,
money, though.
It
Bone
is
just
her money.
donated. So Bone, thank you very much for that.
Yay.
We got a fox from Bone, and Bone is a cat, so there's a lot of animals around him. He's got a cat there, or I'm not sure if it is actually he, so I apologize, but Bone has a cat and a fox there.
Very cute.
And Bone found me, I think, from John Talk's channel a very long time ago. So thank you so much, man. I keep saying that I'm just assuming it's a guy. I don't know why. You know, sometimes I just assume it's a guy. Maybe it must be the name. But if you want to let me know, Bone, for sure, then I'll correct that. But yeah, I really appreciate that super chat. And we got another one from Keely Talks, who is in the.
My Keely. I love Keely.
We all know Keely. And Keely, if you want, please put your channel in the chat. And if you guys aren't subbed to Keely, go right ahead and sub to her. She's also covering Johnny Depp, pop culture, Amber Heard, things like that. And she's got an accent, which is always good. So
she's got soul too. She's for real.
Yeah, she's great. So Keely, I really appreciate that. And Bone, I appreciate that. And yeah, thank you guys so much. But I'm going to take some other comments too. And let me see what Tanya says. She shaved her head. She suffered with postnatal depression. She drove with baby on her lap. I don't believe that warrants having your life and body ran for you and being controlled. Okay, yeah, that's driving with a baby on your lap is like pretty poor common sense. Yeah. Absolutely. But can we find other celebrities throughout the years who have done similar things? Probably. You know?
Well, you know, her second part of her story is Kevin Federline. He was a dancer for her, and she fell really hard for this guy. And that's the father of her 2 babies. And he was never nice to her. They did a lot of video clips and stuff, and she'd just pawn after him. And he was always just condescending and like, get on my face. And she pays him like $45,000 a month child support. And he's never worked since. And he goes, well, the children should be allowed to have the same kind of life they had when they were their mother. Well, you've had them since they were practically born.
The divorce laws in general are a complete disaster.
They are.
In this country. It's a nightmare. John, can I cuss on your podcast? I forget.
You sure can. This ain't fucking for kids or else I'm going to get in trouble.
Well, this guy, James Spears, has not done shit, man. This guy's never done anything.
Mm-mm.
So it's like, what are we talking about? Britney Spears has generated, I think, been the #1 person in the charts for like 10 years. This guy,
she's
James
a legend.
Spears,
she's a legend in her field, basically.
James Spears has done nothing at all.
Yeah.
The guy
Oh,
can't even
Jesus.
run a fucking bath.
Her sister too. And she parades around the world like she just has conquered it, and it's all just off of Britney's coattails. It's like ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, her sister's obviously got some jealousy issues. I was just getting into her sister the other week. Like last week, I started reading up on it. And, if her sister's going to go sing, Britney's songs on stage, that obviously means she's probably a little jealous and she wishes it was her and she wants to do that shit too.
Did you see that video? I really felt sorry for Britney as she was trying to play the game and yay, but the minute she was like, oh my God, what is she doing? It was so disheartening for Britney when Jamie was up there. Why are you doing my songs as a remix?
Right. That's another thing we can get into, the music aspect of it. But let's see. Tanya also says, Amber cut off her husband's finger, beat him for years, and stole from charity, told lies, accused JD of doing what she was doing to him. That sounds insane to me. Yeah, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't, Amber Heard under some kind of conservatorship, or however you say it, because conservatorship. Oh, God. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. Can I just say guardianship? Is that the same thing?
Well, she hasn't earned $250 million before she was 15 years old,
Right.
Like I said, you have to remember, Britney goes back to the Mickey Mouse Club when she was 7, 8, 9 years old, Hi, my name's Britney.
Right.
It was on every week, and that's got to be tough for a kid. Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, all of them.
Yeah, because kids want to be kids. They don't really understand a career aspect of it. They just think of it as something they have to do. They probably enjoy it to an extent. It's fun. They get attention. But aside from that, they're probably like, I just want to go do other shit too.
Well, Justin Timberlake's parents, I'm sure that they had to control his financial situation, but he's from such a sound, good family that you've never heard one ruffle in regards to transitioning from with mom to without mom. Well, Britney still hasn't been able to do that. It's 40 years old. Come on.
How old is this woman?
She's 39. She'll be 40.
Right.
A 39-year-old woman should not have any parental involvement in her own personal finances.
No.
If
she breaks
that's what we're saying.
She goes to jail. There's laws to give her parameters. She wants to spend it. Go to Vegas. Throw it on the roulette table. It's hers.
Amber's Looney Tune. Yeah, Amber, that's one way to put it. There's many, many things you could say about Amber. I guess Looney Tune is an interesting take on her. And by the way, Tommy, if you want to put your channel in the in the chat, go right ahead. Yeah, I'm on the ball tonight. I'm like that Olympic athlete who quit the team. I got to quit the live, guys, because I'm not on it tonight. I'm off. All right. Greetings, brother. What's up, Mac? Nice to see you. And Mac is from Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
See, I know things. I remember things about people. I'm just not perfect. And Bone did not tell us if Bone was a man or a woman. He or she just said that they are not a cat. But that wasn't the question, Bone. Anyway.
I would say a man.
We knew you weren't a cat. We could have figured that out. You were at least typing on the keyboard and super chatting, and cats don't have credit cards. So, okay. But
well, John, you've been in the zone lately, so if you're off on a live stream on a Saturday, I think that you're entitled because you've been in the zone, man. I've been hearing fire in your voice.
It's been a lot worse. No, because I get irritated when there's falsehoods put out there. Like that one article really irritated me. There was an article about. I should have made a video about this, but there was an article because they asked James Wan and them, why did you keep Amber Heard after all? Okay. And they said one of the things was, well, after all, Johnny Depp lost the UK case. So I'm like, okay, I guess they can say that. And the other thing they said was we felt it had to be Amber Heard. And I guess what they meant was because she was in the first movie also, which kind of makes sense. Because like we were saying before about characters, some people like to see the same actor in the character. You know what I mean?
What character?
Mera from Aquaman. So,
but you're the only person who remembers her name, John.
Okay, follow me for a second here. So what I said was before, and everyone agrees, that we can't see a different guy as Grindelwald. It has to be Johnny. Now, for some really stupid people out there, Amber Heard is Mera. For some really stupid people. Okay, and for those stupid people, they're figuring we won't want to change it because in their mind she's Mara.
Emily Blunt would kill it.
Yeah, I mean, I would see it. I would go out and see it if it was Amelia Clark, because I love them in Game of Thrones. I mean them with Jason Momoa, and I would love to see them on screen again together. That would be the perfect opportunity, and to see Amber, what's her last name in that role?
Well, I mean, the bottom line here is she's not that great. I mean, she's okay.
Horrible actress.
I would say she's okay.
I've seen. Let's be realistic. I've seen worse, but she's low. She's bottom tier, bottom of the barrel.
Look at the first clip of her in Aquaman. She's running out, and it's so fake. It looks like I don't know. It looks like something I'd record in my speech class with kids trying to act. It's like, no, you have to act like you're actually doing it. Step into the shoes, and they just can't. It's funny, but it's not when it's her. Golly, she drives me crazy.
Well, acting is hard. Acting is hard.
Acting is so hard.
It is. And she's not awful, but she's not good. She's kind of middle of the line.
I'm a speech theater minor at University of Michigan, and I thought that because I'm a pretty animated person, that would be the easy part of my degree because I'm a lit major. And acting was the most difficult thing I ever attempted. I had to play Hamlet, and I was Lisa saying Hamlet's words. I could not.
Well, Hamlet's pretty difficult.
Well,
I mean,
'tis now the very witching time of night when churchyards yawn, but it can't be Hamlet.
Wait. So, Mac, I thank you, man. I got to get Tess, though, because Tess just gave me a super sticker.
Yes.
So we got to get the Tess, and Tess is from Canada. So thank you so much. She's got a fox, and it might be slightly cuter than Bones' fox. Not to try to get competitive on you guys, but I think Tess has got the best fox there.
Her fox is smiley.
Yeah, that's a very nice one, Tess. Really appreciate that. I hope everything's good in Canada, and I think it is. Canada's a great country. I like Canada, and I support Canada. I hope they got a lot of wins in the Olympics.
Open your borders.
Yeah, I'd love to
need a new
go
prime
in.
minister.
But Keely Talks says, and I was going to mention this to Zach, is that in the Snyder Cut, for some reason, Amber Heard decided to try a British accent on Mera, which makes no sense. So, being a good actor is not only about the performance and emotion, it's about continuity and, performing the same character. So when you have one movie where she's giggling like an American and then she has a British accent for no reason, that's a pretty bad fucking call, I think, as an actor.
Is she an American?
Amber Heard's from Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I this may be a controversial statement, but I don't like British actors coming over here and taking our parts. I just don't. I hate to tell you guys, but I'm not a fan of that at all. We've got all these British actors coming over here, much of whom, I respect their work. I like a lot of these guys and gals, but why are British people playing American parts? It's not a double-edged sword. We're not going over.
Well, to be technical, Mera's not Mera, but to be technical, it's an American part. Oh, I guess you mean like an American part as far as the work and the contract,
an American
not the
character.
movie.
No, right. An American character. Our American actors are not being exported to Britain to play British characters. That's the bottom line. It never happens. It never happens.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. If the person is a good actor, I guess I'm okay with it. But I could see the gripe.
Come here? Why can't we get the same respect in Britain? Why can't?
Well, they don't have a Hollywood in Britain in the same way. There's no
sure they do. They've got Doctor Who. They've got the BBC. They've got a bunch of shit happening over there.
It's just not on the same level, of international fame, and
it doesn't matter. You're not seeing lower level American actors going over there like they're coming here. That's
right. Yeah, I honestly haven't thought about it. I guess.
It's like the movie with God, I forget. You had Robert Pattinson and Tom Holland playing Southern actors or Southern characters, and we're talking about a guy from the UK and a guy from Ireland playing Americans. It's like, what are we doing? We definitely have great American actors here who don't have any work, who could have easily done those parts. And I understand it's kind of a controversial topic. I love some of your great British actors, and they've made tremendous contributions to film. But we have the actors here, man. That's the bottom line. We've got great actors in Georgia.
I'm in the middle
South
on it. Like
Carolina.
I feel you, but I don't have a strong opinion on it.
I do. I don't understand why we don't get the same treatment in terms of American actors in Britain. I mean, we show these people the utmost respect, and we bring them into every single film we do.
My daughter's British. She just got her dual citizenship this year. In fact, she's been married to a Briton over there in Southampton, and her husband has a PhD in physics and astronomy. I mean, he runs a research department at a university. He's tested Mensa. His intelligence is off the hooks, but he's got a great sense of humor. But he would say, "Mom," pulls me aside, "don't tell anybody, but I'm a pretty big fan of America." and he can justify, he can tell you why when he compares the two. And I brought him over here for 4th of July. I have a house up north on a lake. And on 4th of July, the neighbors and I up and down the beach, we staged the British are coming for 4th of July. We staged like a reenactment where he was the only British person that was taking the hit. He's like, you got me. He went and put red and orange and yellow on, said, "I'm trying to hide from you," just like the British did,
Sounds good.
It was fun.
I got one more super chat from Eve here. So I got to take that.
Nice.
And Eve says, "Hey, you," right there. And thank you very much for that, Eve. Eve's around all the time, leaving comments, leaving super chats. Really appreciate it. And I think Eve follows me on Twitter. I think she's got a similar picture on Twitter, but not quite the same. So,
cute little Snapchat filter.
Let me get to some comments here because I've kind of been letting the chat go. We've been chatting away. So let me see if we got some comments about what we were talking about. Okay, I think somebody actually challenged Zach on his English actor theory, but
Sure.
I probably can't find it.
Tanya Campbell.
It wasn't her, but maybe she did too. Someone said that there were actually American actors.
Not really.
Okay, wait here. Karen Newton, Dracula, and Winona Ryder off the top of my head. It does happen. I was assuming that was in response to what you were saying. It does happen. Would make sense if that was,
Well, we've had a million Draculas. I mean, Dracula is not a British topic. Dracula in the subject of vampires could happen anywhere. I mean, we've had a million Dracula films. Some of them are American. So I would not respond to that. I mean, and I'm not talking about great characters. You saw one with Tanya says Meryl Streep as Margaret Thatcher, which is a good example, which was a great film. But in general, you don't have American actors going in and filling the rosters of British TV shows. It's not happening. So, and not to be a prick or not to be an asshole about it, I like British actors. I like anybody who can do a good job. But it's just not happening to the degree it's happening here in the U.S. That's the bottom line.
No, she says, what are you talking about? That was Bram Stoker's Dracula set in London.
Yeah,
well, I don't know too much about this, but anyway, I'm gonna kind of move on.
Transylvania, Romania.
Keely Talk says Johnny Depp played loads of British characters. I can't know. I'm sure Depp played loads of everything throughout his career.
Well, let me just clarify, because if the chat really believes this, they are wrong. You don't have the same thing happening here in America that you have happening in Britain. The British actors are coming over here and they're doing every show. They're doing every movie. That's the bottom line. End of story. I cannot believe that people think I'm wrong on this.
Will they work for less? Is that why? I mean, usually everything's about the money.
Yeah, I just don't know too much about it. So anyway, if you want to
It's like
get
The
a
Walking
source,
Dead. I'll just give you one example. The Walking
you know,
Dead is set in Georgia. The entire cast is British, just about.
True.
It's like, come on, what are we
Yeah.
doing? We
I
have
got an idea,
American
Zach.
actors.
Wait, how about this? You make a video on it for my channel.
I could do that for you if you want me
All
to.
right, let's go, because I want to kind of move on, and it's kind of interesting, but I just know nothing. I have nothing to really input on the subject, so I'm gonna just.
Well, let me just say to Lola, I've given you many
Yeah.
examples quickly as well. I've given you the same examples. We can both do little cheap examples, but at the end of the day, take a look at the numbers, take a look at the shows, take a look at the casts.
Yeah,
That's all I'm telling you.
All right,
Not even to
all
be a
right.
prick. It doesn't even really matter. It's
All
an
right.
observation.
We're moving on. We're moving on. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but you can make a video for my channel. I'd love that. So, but until then, we got to move on, because it's this. Calm down, calm down. I mean, anyway, I have like almost no idea. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to this Virginia thing with Lisa, because
Oof.
like, so it's August now, and I guess the trial starts in April 2022.
July.
July?
July.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're saying
Well-
it's strictly because of COVID that the court systems got way too backed up.
You can't say that. You have to say beer
Oh,
bug.
my bad. I'm sorry.
I know.
I didn't mean to apologize.
Yeah, I know. It's not your fault. It happens. But,
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's everything got backed up. You know,
Yeah.
our Secretary of States are still not open. You have to make an appointment to go get your license renewed, and it's like 3 months out.
So I'm sure, like, you guys know Unbox PDH. I don't know him
yeah.
personally, and he got those clips of the UK trial, and he went there. I kind of need someone like that to send me clips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure someone's gonna be able to help me out. Like,
I'm hoping our Darth will go. He would be the one to go.
Say that again.
Darth. Our Darth News.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, maybe he'll send me clips, but he's so
'cause
hard
he's
to get
in
a hold of.
Michigan with me, and it's really not that far.
He's so hard to get a hold of. He doesn't read mails, he doesn't read Twitter DMs. I can't keep in touch with him like every couple of days even. Like, so
just leave him a classic comment on one of his videos. He'll answer.
I do that too. I
thought you put him in your promo. It's really down at the corner.
I actually troll him once in a while on purpose, just to but
he likes it.
Also, Colonel Kurtz. I know a lot of you guys might know her. I tried to get her on here and talk to her, and she doesn't check her Twitter like all the time. Like, I check my Twitter like every fucking hour.
I know you do.
So I talk to her like once a week. I'm like, you want to do a live? She's like, yeah. I mail her. She doesn't read it for like 4 days. Like, I what can I do? So anyway, that's kind of how Darth is. Like 7 days later, he's like, I'll send you a hat. That was like 4 months ago. So I just need someone
about that. You'll get that damn hat.
I need someone who's gonna at least like answer me like once every like 48 hours or something. Right.
He's at Lollapalooza right now in Chicago. He's filming. It's a pretty big music festival.
Well, I don't see what that does for me, Lisa.
Well, I mean, it's shocking that
nothing, John. Absolutely nothing.
It's shocking that you got a hold of me, man. It's early over here.
Right. Well, I mean, we know each other. We're friends, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like I could consider him a friend, kind of, but it's different. Like, we're actually friends. Talk about shit. Like, but I would be friends with him. But some people just keep their distance, and
Well, you've got you've got crazy hours. You've got a lot of shit going on. So
well, that's true. I've got crazy hours. Plus, I'm in Tokyo, which doesn't help.
Sure.
I
wouldn't think it would.
I
hear the food over there is tremendous. You guys have tremendous food.
The food is incredible, but if you grew up in America, you're going to be craving an American diet. But yes, the food's great here. It's fresh. Like, the fast food here is much fresher than you'll get, because I've had people in the States literally throw me the food. Once in my life, they kind of threw it to me. Like, or it's like you get like these cold fries once in a while in America. In Japan, it's always fresh. It's always hot. It's always, you could tell they put it together. They really concentrate on it. They take the job so seriously. They bow. Hands down across the country. You don't walk into a McDonald's and see someone hanging out like, what can I get you? It just
Well,
doesn't
when
happen.
you ask
Never, ever,
in
ever.
America, when you ask for napkins, this is what you get.
Yeah, true.
Right, that's pretty much what you get.
Yeah. No, they bow. They say how many? 2, 3. You need another bag with that. It's totally different. Totally different. So,
That's impressive.
but
That's
there's less
impressive.
variety. They just usually have like the basic menu. America has more of like all crazy flavors and sauces, and every week they've got some kind of new burger or
Well, was it you that
cheese
sent?
fries or some
I
shit.
think it may have been you that put on Twitter. I could be wrong, but some weird type of vending machine. What was that about?
Well, they've got vending machines. I can't remember, but they've got a lot of vending machines here. They've got like, I did a video where I counted 60 vending machines on my way to work, and I've got like an hour commute. They've got crazy vending machines. They've had alcohol in vending machines. You don't see it so much anymore. So, I
That
guess
may
they
have been
stopped it. I think they stopped it. But the whole culture is much more lighthearted on alcohol consumption. Like people just drink on the train or like walking. Or I haven't been in the States in like 15 years, but it seems like in the States a little bit harder on it. Like when I was there, you had to cover it up kind of.
Not happening here.
So you just see business guys like drinking alcohol. Or I've seen a teacher like once in my life in a school, like an elementary school teacher had a wine spritzer in a school.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and he was like kind of an older guy, kind of a little more hippie guy, and I was like, okay, I'm like, I used to teach. I quit a little while ago, but I used to teach. So
I'm retiring next year.
But I'm not retiring.
Oh,
Lisa.
I
I
didn't know.
wish. Well, if you're retiring next year, you'll be retired when you go to Virginia.
That's right. That is the plan. And I'm building a new home, and I'm going to record audiobooks. That's what I'm going to transition to. I'm not going to not work, but I'm building a soundproof room with all the technology and everything. I plan on recording audiobooks.
Okay. Well, I
You
got
could get into
super
voice
chat from
acting.
Laura B.
You could do
So
that
thank
too.
you so much,
with you.
Laura.
Acting.
I worked at Comcast Cablevision for 15 years now as an account executive in advertising sales. So I created commercials. So I sort of have quite an extensive background in the area.
You want to give me a job, Lisa? I'll
Not
quit
a
this
bad
and I'll
idea.
quit what I'm doing now, and you give me a job. I just want a fluffy job where I sit there, I don't do too much, and I get a salary and like health insurance and everything.
I made boatloads of money, but it was not easy. I mean, ooh.
But I don't care how easy it was for you then. I just want it now.
Right.
I want it to be easy for me, not for you.
Right.
I'm honest. Let's see.
Yeah,
Hold
hey.
on. But I did get $3 from Lauren, so that's a start.
Yay! Woo, woo.
So, Lauren, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And we got a Justin, Almighty Coon. Almighty Coon's been here since under 100 subscribers, probably
Great.
around 75 or
I
80 or something
recognize
like
him.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
Justin's been here for a very, very long time. But yeah, that reminds me that there's a pretty big controversy going on with Blizzard Entertainment. They make World of Warcraft. I'm sure you know, Lisa. You probably don't seem like the biggest gamer to me, but you've heard of World of Warcraft, right?
My son is. I'm not. I observe.
Did you hear about the controversy?
A little bit. It was a big one too.
Yeah, the state of California did a 2-year investigation, and they found like there was all kind of like abuse towards women and like harassment in the workplace. So it seems legit. It seems like it's not like he said she said shit. It seems like they legitimately investigated and found quite a bit of stuff there. So
Well, it's got to be handled, but there has to be balance. Like with the age things, with her, there's no. Have you ever heard her say one time I was wrong? I'm sorry, I was wrong. I may have made a mistake. Never. She has no balance. There's no.
Right. There's no accountability when things happen. Right.
None.
Yeah, there's no accountability. Like I don't know. It's not really fair to the gamers. You know what I mean?
Not.
Like there are people like making a living off Blizzard game streams. So like, yeah, I'm sure like on the moral side of it, they think it's wrong, obviously. But if they've just got to kill their stream and their gaming career because of that, it's not really fair to them.
Mm-mm.
It's a really tricky spot, So and also like if the game they're playing, like we don't know like which people in the company worked on which game who did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like obviously it's a company on the whole, like if a game I'm playing has nothing to do with those people, or those people making my game were against that shit going on, then it's tricky. There's like multiple angles to it, and there's multiple things involved, and you know, it's also about like the upper management just put out the statement like, well, these are false claims. So like, what? You know, like,
well, you could expect that.
Yeah.
Kind of comment. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, you know, we hear about the bad conduct. The people who code games have had it rough forever.
Yeah.
They've always had a tough time. I mean, we're talking about long hours, we're talking about low wages, and we're talking about a lot of, you know, very time-consuming activities. Coding a game is very difficult.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, this kind of thing helps these people's career. You have one job. So let's say you're making indie games. You have one job with Blizzard. It may catapult you into something else. So it's important to think of that too. I mean, we've got coders, we've got designers, we've got quest makers. These people can use just the name Blizzard, just period, as a great stepping stone. So you kind of have to see both sides of it, the upside and the downside.
Well, that's what I tell people when some people tell me, they're like, well, you know what? Even though Amber Heard's an Aquaman 2, I'm going to see the movie. And I go, why? They're like, because it affects the people who worked on the movie also. And you got to think about them. But, you know, a movie is, you know, kind of like a one-shot deal. And, like, some people are working on that and moving to the next one. Like, I guess they could be working in the company, but it feels like more of a one-shot deal to me. And, well, you could tell me, Zach, but I think the people working on Aquaman 2 who get a salary don't get affected on how much or little the movie makes.
They're not off based off of ticket sales. You're right, because
they're just like the people like doing the lighting and the makeup and shit. They don't have deals based on, you know.
No, they get paid regardless of what's going on.
It's better to come off a hit than a miss.
You betcha.
Right.
At the same time.
Right.
But you're right.
We got an interesting super chat from Tess, and I gotta admit, I have no idea how much that is. I think it's like $10 worth, but I honestly don't know because I just don't know what currency that is. Lisa, do you know?
That's so nice.
Do you know?
Philippines, maybe?
I do not.
Wow, yeah, Tess, I apologize. We do not. It says Portugal. Her name's Tess Portugal, so maybe it's from Portugal?
Oh, that makes sense.
Let's say, good evening from Phil's. Okay, maybe it is the Philippines. I'm just not sure. I'm just so bad at this stuff.
Right.
Just got back from being sick. I'll catch up. Much love to you guys. Well, I really appreciate that. I could try to say appreciate. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Tess has a cat. We've got a lot of cats and dogs running around here. I'm kind of a cat guy.
I'm a cat.
You know,
too.
I don't like big dogs
like
really, but yeah, Tess, I really appreciate that. Orange is a good color. Your cat looks a little mad there. Just saying, looks a little mad.
Ears are a little bit.
Maybe it's her like justice for Johnny cat. It's like we're gonna get her. We're going to Virginia. We're going to Virginia, motherfuckers.
That's right. Oh, look at you. You're a little badass big cat.
Yeah, look at that. I like small dogs. I don't like big dogs.
I have a small dog. That's a big cat right there.
My friend's got like these big, I don't even know what type of dog they are. He's got like 3 really big dogs. It's like having 3 other people in the house. Honestly, they take up so much room, and they're running around. They run through the house, and it's crazy. You know?
Oof.
But like
that is Ace the cat.
Ace the cat. I like it.
All right,
the Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades, too. That's a wicked choice right there.
Well, she's a badass. I hear from neighbors. She's a bad mother. I hear she's a tough cat.
Yeah, well, they can be.
Well, she's a rescue cat too, so
she go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
So also the other thing is this. Now that I got you talking to you, Lisa, I'm not sure I actually remember how you feel about the Marilyn Manson case.
You know, I'm a big Marilyn fan historically, and I tell you that every time you make a video that I'm right in the wheelhouse with you. I go through these little spurts where I find somebody and I become like borderline obsessed. I have to learn everything. I've read his biographies. I've watched. He's an amazing actor, and he's been in a lot of work. and he's got a great sense of humor, and he's got a real gentleman side to him. I think that everything focusing around him is theatrics. I mean, yeah, okay, he's a wild hair, you know, but I don't think he would abuse something. I think if things get wild and crazy with him and somebody else, it's consensual. It's like, bring it. I think that with all of this AH stuff, I think everybody's just talking behind the scenes and any way to hurt Johnny, you know, and Manson's a good friend of his.
Okay, there's this case called, I think it's called the Memphis 3. Have you heard of that? It's like
No,
an ongoing. You have, you haven't?
I have not.
There's some kind of ongoing case since like the 80s or the 90s in the U.S. where they locked up these 3 guys because they found, a couple of kids murdered in the woods, and the 3 guys happen to be goth guys dressed in all black and all that bullshit, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of people saying that they're innocent. There's been a campaign for a long time for their innocence because, what they said in court was, the cops needed a suspect. They needed to arrest someone. They didn't want to let this murder go. It was a horrendous murder, and they picked us because we were close to the scene at the time. But they had no evidence. And it feels like a similar thing with Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
and it seems like a similar thing. Like he's got the black. He said some things, and he goes crazy, but he's a really easy target. So I keep thinking of those 3. I think it's called the Memphis 3 or something like that. Was a pretty famous case and campaign to get them freed for a long time.
I've never heard that. I just jotted it down. I'll check it out. But yeah.
Yeah, I could be getting that wrong. Something with an M. I could be getting that wrong, but something like that,
But Brian Warner, he wanted to be an editor originally, and he's an intense writer. He was, I don't know. I just think that he's a real mistaken character, but it's by choice. I mean, Alice Cooper started all the theatrics, and Marilyn Manson says that he picked up on that and saw a niche for it and took off with it. I love Marilyn Manson's studio recorded stuff, but live, I don't think he sings well. It's just me, but he's annoying to me live on stage. But
yeah, I don't love his music. I like a few songs here and there, but Tess, I got to move on though because I appreciate that. Got to give you a final thank you. I got to move on. Okay, West Memphis 3. Okay,
West Memphis
3. Okay. Yeah. So Zach, if you got to go, that's fine, man. Are you good at what? How much time you got?
Maybe 10 minutes.
All right. Well, let me know when you want to go. You could say your goodbye, and we'll link your channel, whatever.
Okay.
I hope I'm not running you off, Zach.
What's that?
I hope I'm not running you off. I'm the guest here, so.
No, I gotta run. So.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Zach usually does about like an hour. It's all good. I'll chill right now, kind of.
Well, it's early here too. Don't forget. It's like it's early as hell here, and I'm just coming off the heels of another podcast.
Okay. So. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. No worries. It's called the West Memphis 3 was the name. Is the name of it.
3.
I think they did a film on it.
Right. Some people think they're guilty, but a lot of people think they're innocent. But I think there was definitely some kind of guilt association with their physical appearance, similar with Marilyn Manson, whether they were or they weren't. Like, we can't say 100% Marilyn Manson didn't abuse somebody somewhere down the line. But it's definitely his appearance that's turning a lot of people off and making them think he did.
You know my opinion on this, John.
I kind of forgot, to be honest.
Well, there is a documentary that was never released that Marilyn Manson himself filmed that I would encourage people to go and take a look at.
Okay.
And what his publicist said to him is, if this gets released, you will be sued and take it to court. So
it was about abuse?
Take a look at that. It didn't look good for him at the time.
Was it about abuse with these women specifically?
Yeah. Not these women specifically. I don't know which women are claiming what, but yeah.
So this is a newer video he's done? A newer documentary per se?
No. It was done in the 90s.
Interesting.
Okay. But it doesn't look good.
Whatever it is. Like I said, he's no Johnny Depp. He's no Johnny Depp, but as of right now, we need to see that. That needs to be released. And Zach, if you know about it and you could see it, why don't they just release that? Why don't they just, their team, decide who's suing them, bring that thing out?
Well, Marilyn Manson
Just
would
bring
not
it
release it. You guys should check out the stuff on YouTube about the Marilyn Manson documentary. It may give you another aspect to your opinion.
Are you saying it might
Okay.
it might tarnish our thoughts of Marilyn?
It could. I think it could. I mean, I like him. I thought he was a great actor too. I think he was great in Sons of Anarchy. I thought he was great in The New Pope. So I like him. You know, nothing against him, but take a look at that documentary. It gives another aspect.
Yeah, I feel the same way as you. I like him, nothing against him, but bottom line is I need evidence that he did this to these specific women, even if
that video,
right.
John. Take a look at that documentary.
All
There's
right.
stuff.
Well, send me a link. Send me a link. I'm not a researcher here. I don't know. Send me a link, man. I'll check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for it too.
I mean,
if I find it first, I'll send you a link, John.
Yeah. Send me a link. I mean, I people sometimes email me and DM me on Twitter. Hey, go find this. I'm like, if I went and found everything people told me to find, I'd literally be there all day, taking all my time searching for things. I can't do it really. So, if you got a link, Anyway, enough about links, guys. Jesus. Enough about links, guys.
It's not a negative opinion. It's just
I'm not.
After seeing some
saying...
stuff about him, I mean, he's got kind of a sketchy past to a certain extent. But again, I like him.
From being a kid.
Okay.
Well,
Zach, also, if you want to watch some videos of Marilyn Manson, watch Colonel Kurtz. She's got the best opinion I've ever heard on the guy, and she knows his assistant. So we're gonna take some convincing to get me from Colonel Kurtz to he might be the abuser.
I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Yeah. Oh no, I gotcha. No, I'm not saying you personally. I mean, what you were going to show me. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you personally, basically. So I want to get Colonel Kurtz on here because she seems pretty chill, but I just can't get a hold of her. So what are you gonna do? That's life. That's life.
John, your children are adorable too. Whenever you throw a little 10-second video on of one of your little beanuts, people smile.
I always put them on Twitter. But
it's so cute.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and they won't be cute forever. So
Trust me, I know this.
But I'm glad we're living in times where I could just make videos on the phone right away. Because it was like the 80s or something. You got to take out the big clunky camera and gets lost over time and everything. So at least I should have them forever.
I grew up in the 80s, and I have boxes and boxes of 8mm of stuff that my dad had, and he's always why don't you just put those on CDs for me? I'm like, well, it's not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass, but he's gone now, so he's not bugging me about it. But
the girl from that video was interviewed with Colonel Kurtz, and she said it was just a role she played, and she was totally cool with it. Right.
I really don't care. I mean, you have to see the information.
Yeah, send me a link, man. I'll check it out. I'll make a video on it, maybe.
Well,
and Zach, I'm serious.
Man.
Zach, by the way, if you want to make a video on your British American actors, I'd love to have it. And just don't get too mad.
It doesn't sound good. I'll just be honest with you. It doesn't sound good for me to put that kind of message out there. And it's kind of a soft opinion, but it's an observational opinion.
Well, I'm just trying to get free content.
Well, that's fine. I would be more than happy. I've done some videos for you in the past. I'd be happy to do a couple.
You don't have to take a hard stance. You could be speculative about it. I don't really care if you take a hard stance.
I mean, listen, John, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm from New York.
He's from New York.
Our current Spider-Man is British, John.
Tom Holland
is British.
I don't like him.
He's from the Bronx. He's from Queens. Spider-Man is from Queens. We've got a British actor playing Spider-Man. That's the only point I'm making.
No, that's a good point, I think. That's a good point. Why?
Yeah. Why? No. Dude,
he does a good job. I think he does a great job.
Don't be a wuss. Don't chicken out. Make the video. I'll be waiting for it. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 56 minutes, man. Who cares?
Okay, I'm going to put the current channel here for you. I'm about to run here, but here's the current channel. It's called Unknown Regions.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's got 40,000 subs. We're doing pretty well. We privated a lot of content that was getting copyright stricken, so we've just got a few videos up now, but we've got the ball rolling. So
right. All right. There's Jack. Jack. I just called you Jack. Why would I call you Jack? I hope no one sees that. It's all right. Like 1 hour, no one's gonna watch this back. Okay. So Zach. Okay, Zach. Jack. Okay, kind of rhymes. Okay, so there's
I got your back, Zach.
Zach's channel there. So
I would be surprised if anybody jumped over there. You know, I get your people don't agree with me on Marilyn Manson. That's fine. I'm just asking questions. That's what we have to do, folks, is we can't take a hardline stance. I said I like the guy. He's a good actor. He's a good musician to a certain extent. I'm not a big fan of his music. A couple of songs, but
I love Sweet Dreams is a great song. The cover's so good.
Yeah, that's probably his best one. But we got to ask questions, folks. We can't take a hardline opinion without looking around.
Why would anybody have a sour taste in their mouth because you said you're not the biggest Manson fan? I mean, come on, he's Manson. Right?
No, Zach's in kind of a I don't know, not a very confident mood. Maybe a confident mood. I don't know.
Very confident. Absolutely confident. All right.
Maybe.
Well, good to see you, John.
Anyway,
and, nice to meet you. I can't see the names because you've got the thing there.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Lisa. Just call her Lisa. And
Lisa, good to see you. And
easy names: John, Lisa, Zach. Very easy American names. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Take care, man. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Thank you so much. But okay.
Nice
we got
guy.
a $6.99. Yeah, I know Zach for like I think 3 years now.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Long story. He's got a great radio voice, but
Yeah, he does.
Hey, so glad I caught you today. I liked all your perspectives on each issue, and I appreciate everything you do for us. I came into a little money. Here you go. Well, Tess, if you want to come on.
That's a nice Tess.
I know Tess likes to come on, and I'm only going to be here probably another 10, 15 minutes. So, Tess, if you want to jump on here, now is a good time.
Tess's shit show is the shit show. I love it.
So you just let me know. It's a good time if you want to jump on. Probably going to chill another 10 minutes here. So, you know, up to you. Up to you. So I think, Lisa, last time I asked you to get centered on the screen.
Did I?
Not quite.
Yeah, come on. I'm close.
Like, see how I'm, like, centered here? Like, there's no big space above my head, no big space here.
Oh, okay. All right.
You've still got a lot of space around, like, yeah. That's better.
Is that better?
Right. A little bit. You've still got a lot of left and right space. I guess I do too, but all right.
No,
anyway.
Normally my background is much better, but I'm getting ready for school, so I'm starting to pull everything out and lesson plan. I'm trying to create a murder mystery right now, and for the love of me, I can't figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
For, fun. I like to have fun in school.
All right. What exactly do you teach?
I teach English 9 through 12, and then I have mythology, Greek, Roman, and Norse, and then speech.
Well, let me ask you this. What if a student, hypothetically, do you ever get into an off-topic conversation once in a while with students?
Every day.
Okay. So what if a student raised their hand and said, Miss Lisa, is Johnny Depp innocent? Or, did Amber Heard abuse Johnny? What would you say?
I would
ask you point blank about it.
Class schooling them. Especially with speech class, I have them look at actors on screen and off screen and then compare their confidence and how they are. And last year, we talked in depth about Johnny Depp. Every time Amber Heard make a mistake, a student wrote up me in the hall and go, look at what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to connect them to real world situations. So then when they come out and they have to do a theater piece, when they have to act or something, they can understand that those actors, when they step into those roles, they leave their life behind when they're good. They don't bring that baggage with them. And that's hard. Even a school teacher, I'm having a bad day. When that door opens, I'm a happy person.
No, I know. No, I mean, if they ask you point blank, kind of like a yes or no thing, point blank.
I'm close the door. You can say anything you want. I mean, these are young adults.
What would you say if they asked you point blank, Miss Lisa, did Amber Heard abuse Johnny Depp or did Johnny Depp abuse Amber Heard? What is it? Point blank.
Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp 100% without any doubt, and it's proven.
Okay, that's good.
Did not abuse Amber Heard. She has zero evidence in regards to it. So yeah, I get pretty animated in regards to the subject. My granddaughter bought me a life-size Johnny Depp cutout for my birthday this year, and it's still in my living room. Like, what am I going to do with this thing? I mean, you walk out in the living room, it jolts you, So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to school and let the kids take pictures of themselves.
She wants a shout out. So you get a shout out. There you go.
Hi, Yushi. How are you?
There you go. And Laura says, Lisa, you look amazing today.
Well, thank you, Laura. Put your glasses on. Yeah, Laura and I have been
Yeah,
tight.
well,
We've
it's
showing up together on streams.
put your glasses on. Well, you
I
could
told
sure
her
take
to
a
put her
compliment. I
glasses
think you're
on.
worse than me. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
That
I
was
like
pretty
Laura.
funny.
She's cool chickie.
Oh yeah, Laura's great. Everyone likes Laura. There's nobody who doesn't like Laura, actually. So
Yeah, we show up on streams together all the time. We're chatting.
that's good. What other streams? What streams do you go on?
Umbrella Man, Rob's Rules.
Oh, aside from Rob, I know Rob lets everyone on.
I know, right? Darth. I mean, Darth doesn't do live news. We're not
Right.
live streamers together, but I can't think of what. Oh, I think she was on Zod last night. Were you on Zod's last night?
Okay.
Gosh, he goes on
Let's
late.
see.
That dude's up till 3, 4 in the morning. I don't know how he does it.
Well, he does it by being a single guy, probably no family, and he probably has just a job, and he just like I would do if I had no family. So
Oh,
I'm not a Marilyn Manson fan. It's a shitty attitude to have to just keep saying look into when there is no need. Because we watched the interview with the woman herself reminds me of an Amber Stan's attitude.
I can see people feeling that way. I really can. It's just John knows, as I do, that Marilyn Manson, Brian, that's persona, he's a very intelligent person. He does speeches in colleges. He goes into writing.
Yeah, I've seen some. Did you ever see a movie called The Prestige?
Yes.
So where what's his name? What's his name? I can't remember his name. Christian Bale. What's his name? The guy who played Batman. He's got the twin brother, and his character is like you have to live. If you really want to be great in your art, you've got to live it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Marilyn Manson seems like that kind of type to me. He probably lives that act the best he possibly
without
can.
doubt. And he did a lot of guest appearances in Salem Witches. It was one of those shows where he was an apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
He was scary. Yeah, he's been in quite a bit of stuff. You just got to sort of set back from his theater stuff because his videos are really offensive, but that's exactly where he wants them. Have you watched?
Right. I think
Johnny
he knows
Depp?
his audience. He knows what his audience wants. He knows they want the shock stuff. He knows they want it over the top.
Yeah.
He knows that, and so he plays to that. So
have you watched his video? Will you kill for me? And
I
Johnny
don't think
Depp's
so.
in it?
I don't watch things, Lisa. I can't watch things. I watch myself editing videos, and I watch myself playing a video game for half an hour when I need to just
3 minutes. It's a little startling, actually. Johnny Depp's role in that video.
No doubt. Anyway, I'm on about 12:30 here, so I gotta actually probably end it.
Yeah, I have an appointment. I have to get out of here myself in 15
All right.
minutes.
So let me just do some thanks, and then I'll let you go. Whoever's left. So Tess, thank you so much. Scissors Man, I think I missed you before. I've seen you chatting. Tammy, thank you so much. Justin, thank you for stopping by. Dage, Ali Super, thank you. AJ, thank you. Tanya, thank you. Okay, thank you, Lola. Yeah, Colonel Kurtz is great. Like I said, I tried to hook up and get her on here just at some point maybe. Just it's hard because she needs to answer Twitter a little bit more. Same with Dark News. They got to answer Twitter once in a while. I mean, they answer like every 4 or 5 days they answer back. Then I shoot them a mail back. Then they answer me back like 3 days later. It doesn't work. Anyway, that's on them. So I check it like every day. Anyway, Tammy, thank you so much. And what's that name? Magdalena? Okay, thank you so much. Adega Alwa, what's up? Thank you so much. Jay Lee, what's up? Thank you so much. Tommy, thank you for modding the whole time. Tommy's, I think, been subbed here for like 2 years or more or something like that. Bone, thank you so much. And Tommy's got a channel too. Like I said, Tommy, go ahead, drop your link if you want, if you're still here. Sure. Rocky Rock Step, thank you very much for stopping by. KC, appreciate you, seeing you chatting here the whole time. Die for JD, thank you so much. And let me see. I don't want to miss anyone. Tess, thank you again. Thank you again. And T. Rossman, thank you so much. We got an eggplant there. I'm not sure why, but
Laura's got such a great sense of humor.
Yeah. So that's about it. We thanked everyone I possibly can. I'm sorry if I missed you. All right, Bone and Justice for Depp. Got everyone. So, Lisa, if you want to say something before you go. And by the way, when you leave, wait backstage for like 2 seconds. Don't just click off immediately.
Will do. Yeah, no, I'm getting ready to go back to school. So if I seem to be fading out of my presence, I'm still there. It gets really exhausting, but yay, Justice for Depp. Do it.
Check out Justice for Depp. Like I said, feel free to link your channel. Please just don't spam every 5 minutes. Like every 15 minutes, something's cool. But yeah, definitely check out Justice for Depp. But
Yep.
on that note, we got to go. So thank you guys all. And if you're here and you're not subscribed, which you probably all are, there's only 34 people, please subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time. Wait, and they